Jeff, it's been 8.5 years since you last had that ram on your chest. How does it feel to be home?
Yeah, it feels good. See, I was with Dave over there trying jerseys on. Both of us sort of looked at each other and we're like, we wouldn't have thought that I was putting the jersey back on, but once I got the call, straight away for me and me head and heart it was a yeah.
Is it ever in your head at any point over the past 8.5 years that you might be back here one day?
I don't think you think about that. Obviously, probably with the way the club has been over the last few years, I think everyone will say it wasn't in a great place, and so I didn't know if I'd get the chance. Obviously, I've seen players have come back over the years, and it must have been a nice feeling for them, because obviously I've felt that over the last few days, seeing the familiar faces, people who've helped me sort of grow up and took me in and looked after me when I was so young coming across. So it has been a nice feeling.
Before we take you on a bit more of an extended walk down memory lane, tell us how your return to Derby has come about over the last few days.
Well, I was actually away with my partner, and then I just got a text saying the manager's been in touch. Sort of where's my fitness at? Where's my head at as well? Do I want to come in? And I have turned some things down over the summer and January. They just didn't feel right to me. Didn't excite me. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't turning down hundreds of stuff, but the minute Derby came in, it felt right straight away. So I said obviously I'm not fully fit. You can't be unless you're training or playing games, but I hold myself to a good enough standard where I had a certain amount of fitness, but the main thing was just sort of getting in and amongst the group and getting sharper, really.
You mentioned it there, you've been a free agent since the end of last season, so how have the last few months been for you without a club?
More hands-on at home, family-wise, then just sort of going to the gym, got a new hobby in paddle, taking little trips away. But then probably the most surprising thing was I didn't think I'd run as much as I have been. When you do so many pre-seasons, you think, I'm not enjoying this, but then when you've come out of it, you're just doing it for yourself, really. And like I said, in a hobby of mine, sort of staying in shape and going to the gym and all. So I was working my daily calendar around the family a bit more, but making sure I was going to the gym and trying to get better at paddle. Yeah.
How's the body found it stepping back in then to a proper professional environment?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The first couple of days where I was stiff, but no, I felt okay. Just getting used to striking a ball again, twisting, turning. That's sort of the main thing. But after a few days of that, yeah, my body feels good, and I'm just sort of itching to get more training sessions under my belt, really.
And presumably, I mean, you wouldn't be here if the coaching staff didn't feel as though you could add something, but you wouldn't be here if you didn't think you could offer something as well.
Yeah. I suppose you're right. Obviously, I'm an older player now, with maybe a bit of experience, and just sort of to help the players in any way I can, whether it's talking and training or showing them things in training. But you're right. If I didn't think I could bring something, there'd be no point me coming up and sort of being away from my family and all. But like I said, once the call came, I want to try and help the club in any way possible.
What has John Eustace said to you about the role he sees you playing? Of course, you played with him here at Derby previously before.
Yeah, obviously I've played with him. I've worked under him at QPR and with Ireland as well. So, we know each other. And that was one of the things I sort of said to him on the phone was, what do you want from me? Like, obviously I'm here to help. So what would you want? And he just said, just be yourself. He said, I know what you like from playing with you and coaching. So that was nice to hear, because I must have done something right playing with him and working with him.
And now you're back where it all started, in English football, certainly. Derby fans will have plenty of memories of you. What is the Jeff Hendrick Derby County moment that you think of?
Probably the goal, 10-men goal. David was only talking about it today. He was actually slagging me for the header I missed before it, but that obviously, was only a couple of games into my career, and I probably didn't know how big the game was. I was young, I was running on adrenaline really in that game. And yeah, obviously over the years, on this day, this goal was scored or whatever, and you'd see and you're like, wow, it takes you back. Your
final last Derby appearance was away from home, and I guess you never really got a chance to properly say goodbye to Pride Park. How much are you looking forward to being back there on Saturday for the first time?
Yeah, excited. Obviously, we trained there today, and so I was in the car with a few of the lads, and like, when's the last time you've been here? And I was like, nearly 9 years ago. Like, I've never had a chance to come back. Well, I did come back sort of initially when I left. I was sort of back and forth, and I think I caught a game when I'd left, but that was it. So it will be nice to be back in the stadium full of fans, and just back in and around a match day will be nice as well.
Welcome back.
Thank you.